Hello YouTube. So last week I didn't manage to get a video out, really busy with work and stuff, so this week I thought I'd take a bit of time. Let us run through my current setup, all the mods that I've done onto it currently, what I've got on here, what I don't have on here. We've been getting quite a few comments asking, what size is it, how big is this, how big is that, so I thought I'd just go through it and just tell you exactly what I've done on my rifle so far. And then also just wanted to say thank you to all of you who've shared your comments and asked questions. It really makes it worthwhile for us to make videos when we get some feedback and when we get your comments and questions, and it really helps us to see what you would like to see next. So just a special shout out to Bob Andrews, Jeff Slade, Andreas Nitsch, William Lomisny, Kay Lee, and Andreas Burishek. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but yeah, thank you to you guys. Really appreciate all your comments. So the other thing I wanted to ask, you can just leave your comments below. I'm looking at purchasing a new rifle for the channel, something that we can also be able to modify, and I've got a couple of options. So the first one I was looking at was the Crossman 1077, which is also a CO2 rifle, and the second one I was looking at is a Springer, is also a Crossman, Crossman Vital Shot, looks quite nice. That would probably be a .22 and not a .177. And then also looking at maybe a pump action. So yeah, let me know in the comments below which of those three you would be interested in, which of those you'd like to see me take apart and modify a little bit. So yeah, let me know in the comments below which of those you would be interested in. Alright, let's turn the camera around and let's have a look at the rifle and let's see everything that we've got going on. Okay, so let's just first get a complete overview. So not much that's changed, but let's go dial in a little bit. So first thing you'll notice, I've got a scope mounted on here. This is a Baileschi 3x9x40. Very happy with the scope. It does struggle a bit when I magnify it out to 6 or 7 or above 6 magnification, then it tends to blur a bit, but 6 and under it looks pretty good. It does have a illuminated reticle. I don't really use it much, but yeah, I suppose it could have its time and place. Then if we go down, so on the rifle itself, you'll know that we've done a couple of jobs inside. So firstly, the hammer spring, which sits just below here. The hammer spring we've modified. We've made it 90 millimeters. We've stretched it out a bit from the original 70 millimeters. And then in the hammer itself, which sits in here, we've also put some spacers, which sits just in front of the spring. And I've got about 8 millimeters of spacers in front there. So that also helps us to get a little bit more feet per second out of our CP2. And then the other thing that I've also done inside here on the trigger itself, the sear, which sits around about here somewhere, we've done a polish job on that to make it a bit smoother and a lot lighter, which will help with accuracy. So definitely that has made some improvements. Then something I'm still busy working on at the moment, let's see if I can get it on picture here. You can see I've numbered my magazine. So let's see if we can get this nicely. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so there you can see. I can still bring out a video on that if you're interested. It's nothing worse than not knowing how many shots you got left, so I've changed mine up a bit so that you can see how many shots is left. Then the other thing I've done, obviously in my stock here at the back, I've put this insert, and this insert not only looks nice, but if you come around the other side, you'll see it's also pretty functional. So basically what I've got on here is a mount for a spare magazine. This just mounts in with the magnet there. So yeah, that just clips in there. It keeps that in place. And then I've also got my mount for my phone. So basically my phone just clips into this top of the CO2 piece, which then looks through the scope. Let's see if we can get it sort of, yeah, and then that allows us to be able to film whilst we're shooting. And then if we come around this side of the rifle, all of this is pretty standard, nothing fancy. And then we get up front here to the silencer. I'm just going to quickly get my phone mount here. So I actually have done some work on the silencer. Quickly remove it here. So I'm not gonna completely change it. Let me just turn this camera around. Alright, so here you can see on the silencer, one thing I did add right at the bottom there, you can see I've drilled 2 small holes. That's just to allow whatever air gets trapped inside there to be able to escape. And then on the inside, I've done a little bit of work. I'm not going to go into too much detail now. So I've basically added in some no, it won't come out. It's pretty tight fit. So I actually saw this idea from another guy on YouTube. His name is Big L. So basically we've got hair curlers with felt around it, and then it's just closed up with masking tape, and then I've changed up the baffles a little bit inside and reduced the number of baffles slightly. So it just it does silence it a little bit. I wouldn't say that you can now shoot without anyone hearing it all, but it is definitely a little bit quieter. So if you're interested in seeing how I done that, I can just leave your comments down below, and I can do a video on that going forward as well. So yeah, that's my Artemis CP2, and yeah, pretty happy with it. Shoots great, very accurate, up to about 25 meters. You could probably do some small game, up to probably pigeons or so. If you want to do maybe squirrels or something like that, or rabbits, you'd maybe have to go a bit closer in, say 15 to 20 meters. And yeah, but you can still be accurate if you're just shooting target, probably up to 35, even 40 meters. I think I did a video recently where even at 33 meters we were able to shoot a pretty good grouping. So yeah, that's my Artemis CP2, and hope you like it. And please keep bringing the comments in the description, in the comments log below, and keep sharing your feedbacks. See you guys soon. Cheers. One last thing I wanted to share. I also made this little pellet holder. So I thought it would be nice to make something shape of a pellet. So it just slides open. Got a magnet there that keeps it in place. And yeah, just easy access to your pellets. So yeah, that's also an addition to everything I've got for the air rifle. Alright, cheers guys, see you next time.